Alright. Got back. Just in time for us to get a free fight. And around. Let the soldiers take care of it. We don't get paid enough for this shit. Those sexy great swords. Someday I still want to do a 12 hedge knight, 12 great sword hedge knight company. 12 lads in heavy armor with great swords. Maybe you do 10 hedge knights with great swords and 2 archers. Or 4 archers on the back. Sergeant with a polearm, and then just 7 great sword guys on the front line. It would shred pretty much everything. It would be quite dull, probably. I mean, it would be effective, but pretty dull. I mean, having 7 soldiers using split on the front line would be so good against those ancient dead and ancient honor guard. Go straight through the front line, hit those lethal undead pikemen that are on the back line. Yeah, we are 100% taking Headhunter on our flail guys. Just think then, on the start of the turn, you use Lash to hit the head, and then your next auto attack also hits the head. Saving you, what, 12 fatigue?
I'm being repressed, bloody peasant!
I love my new notification, that's so good. Welcome, you bloody peasant! Thanks for following, bloody peasant. Oh, you heard that? You heard that, didn't you? You heard him repressing me? Just wait till you see the violence inherent in the system. We don't vote for Stobbie. How'd you become Stobbie then? Lady of the Lake. Arms clad in the most shimmering samite. Held forth stop Excalibur. I don't even know if I should say anything, but I can't wait for you guys to see the new channel art. I had an artist commissioned to do channel art for me in that theme. Oh, it's going to be so good. Oof. Actually, no, Martin. So this artist who's doing all my branding and stuff, I want to get that done first, and then he's going to help me with getting sub badges. But I need to think of some sort of, you know, unifying. Well, I have an idea of the unifying theme I want for the channel, which is that, you know, if I had like an avatar or an icon, it would be like, you know, remember, you know, Graham Chapman playing King Arthur in Quest of the Holy Grail, and then like all the followers are bloody peasants, all the subs are loyal subjects, and then there can be a tier above that which are Knights of the Round Table, stuff like that. But I don't really have a logo, which I kind of need. No, they're getting paid with cash money. Exposure is bullshit, especially, I mean, like, look, if you have, like, okay, so for example, Dr. Disrespect can pay someone in exposure because he has millions of followers. But the thing is, what's frustrating about the exposure thing is, if you have a big enough platform to actually give the person exposure, you then make enough money to be able to pay them properly. So the punchline is always, just pay your content creators, for fuck's sake. That Martin, I agree. So, but the thing is, what I was, the thing is, you need like an icon that can denote how many months you've been a sub. You know, I was thinking maybe like a shield. So like you have a shield with a number 1 up for a 1 month sub, and then or just like maybe like a plain shield is for less than 6 months, and then you get a shield like with different designs, and the different designs can be for the different months of being subbed. And the doctor, yeah. Well, I don't know. It's so interesting to speculate about what the reason was why he got kicked off. For me, my gut feeling tells me that, and from watching Doc and getting, he's a smart guy. I think he's a smart guy and an entrepreneur. My feeling is he was planning his move to his own streaming platform, or he just got a better offer from YouTube. And the lawyers are busy fighting it out now. It's funny you say that, M1. I've got friends in the UK who are going to help me. I found he's actually a farrier, but he does blacksmithing work as well in Cornwall, and he can make a custom, a replica of the helmet / crown that Graham Chapman wore in Quest of the Holy Grail. And I might be able to wear that while streaming, but then I need the little tabard as well. It's just going to be super expensive and take a while to get made, but I don't know, I want to maybe find a South African blacksmith to make it for me, because the helm is going to need to be adjusted, because I'm going to be wearing it a lot. It needs to be comfortable. Or what I might just do is, because I mean honestly, having to wear a helm while streaming is going to fucking suck. It's going to be super uncomfortable. What I might do is just set up a separate camera. So what I might do is, because I'm getting a cat at the end of the year as well, a little kitty cat to be my stream partner, and then I might just, if I have a dedicated cat cam, I can have like the little cat bed, and then maybe I have the helmet on like a little plinth just in front of the cat bed, so it'll look like the cat is being draped by the helmet. Anyway, for those of you who watch me, if you enjoy my content, I appreciate it, man. If you have ideas for what you might want to see for sub badges and how you can differentiate them and whatnot, please pop into the Discord. There's a channel for sub and emote suggestions. Okay, Caravan guys, level 5. Excellent. Should we just give him Axe spec and just have him be a dedicated breaker? Yeah. One more level. Martin, do you follow Hemo? So then you must watch Skullagrim on YouTube. I love Skull, he's very entertaining. Which actually just reminds me as well now, if you're asking about things you can add to Battle Brothers, how about a sword with a detachable pommel so you can end your opponents rightly? Hang on, let's take a look. Cat helmet, hang on, this smells like anime. I'm gonna like this. Okay, that's cool. Let me just see, I hope this doesn't crash the stream. Turn game capture off, play capture on. That's brilliant. Yep. Kitty was sleeping. Alright, no helmet. Of a coconut. What? Oh, the pessimist. Who's the fucking pessimist? Is that Bjarne? Oh, the paranoid. Alright, fair enough. I don't think paranoid can actually be removed, can it? Let's run off the roads. How about this for a habit we try to get into? We don't run on roads all the time. The logic being that sacrifice events are more likely to proc if you're off the road. And we want those sacrifice events to happen as quick as possible. I kind of blew all my money in stock, but when I see tools for under 200, I'll just buy them instantly. Well, the thing is though, Martin, as you said, like, and Skull has spoken about this as well, anything that's worth having as a showpiece is going to be super expensive. Like, anything that's affordable is, you know, not really worth wanting or having, because, you know, it's a cheap POS. can't wait to get my cat. I've wanted a cat for years. Getting a Russian blue. I was going to have one earlier in the year, but then he got into a fight with one of his little brother cats and he lost an eye, and I decided not to take him because I'm like, it'll be my first cat. And I don't want to have a special needs cat as my first cat. I didn't feel confident that I could look after him. Anyway. I'd much rather have a dog, but the place that I'm buying isn't big enough for a dog. And I still have my family dogs, you know, that still live with my parents. And no, the cat bed will be a red velvet, red with gold lining velvet cushion, as befitting a royal feline. And he's a Russian blue, so he's going to have that royal blood in him, the blood of the Tsars. I don't have a name. I quite like Jonty for a name for a little male cat. I don't know if it's going to be a boy or a girl yet. Maybe I can have the viewers. We can have a little competition to see who gets to name the cat. But I know what that's going to end up in. It'll be Catty McCatface if I let you motherfuckers decide how to name him. Catty Catterton. Whoopsie, destroyed that armor. We're going to dagger those two down. We still need a bit more basic mail. Cat name Spam. Now I think I'll just name my cat after a cricketer, South African cricketer like Jonty or Hansie or Lance. Or Gary, so I can call my cat Gaza. If I lived at the coast and I went to the beach, I would call my cat Shark. I can, you know, go on the beach going, Shark! Shark! Be quite popular with people. Owie. Tim? Tim is a noble name for any beef. James, why are you getting hit, mate? That's 31% chance. Okay, 29 melee skill is not great. Melee defense, I mean. The sci-fi ship captains. Look like Picard, Janeway. The little dagger sound is quite satisfying, a little snick sound of the dagger. Man, speaking of Picard, apparently that TV series Picard is a bit of a dumpster fire. Fuck off. God, James is no good with his defense. Yeah, I'm looking forward to moving into this new place because also I'm going to be investing in proper soundproofing because I'm actually buying that house, so I know I'm going to be in there for a while. Because now I'm still renting currently and I can't modify my streaming room as much as I want. Damn it. Lads, well done, boys. No, I shouldn't have reposted. I'm going to destroy that body armor. Okay, well, we'll just dagger this one then. Ooh. Well, Red Letter Media did a pretty amusing review of Picard. Pretty much the punchline of it is that it's the least Star Trek-y Star Trek to ever Star Trek. Well, Martin, I don't know if that's a good thing or not. George Lucas isn't a particularly good filmmaker. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of just wish they would like just stop with Star Wars. I love Star Wars, but it's like, okay, we get it. that's too much. Like all the Marvel and DC Universe movies, just I can't. Maybe if I was in high school and had nothing else to focus on, then fine. But I mean, like, it's just too much. There's so many films, I can't even put them into a mental map of how they all fit together. Well, Emon, I would argue that getting your lads all male shirted up is a pretty, it's a pretty important phase of like getting yourself established, And then once you've done that, then you want to push on to the proper armor. But we just really haven't come across. I can't think of any bandit leaders we've come across. Now, if we start finding groups that have bandit leaders in them, we've got to kill them with extreme prejudice, because that's our best chance of getting heavy armor. In fact, maybe even we should go set up shop in the southern part of the map, because the nomad outlaw captains seem to wear heavy armor a lot. In my offline play this afternoon, I came across, I think, like 6 groups, and they all had okay heavy armor on, or heavy armor. Wait, why is this? Body armor destroyed. Well, it's like 200 body armor for not a whole lot of fatigue. Whoopsie. Sorry, I didn't stay on that screen. I actually don't know Crimson Fang. It might be day 150, because in my Peasants playthrough, I'm at 150 and Edge Knights have shown up there. If I had to guess, I would say day 150. Well, I wish they would take like the Knights of the Fallen Republic, Knights of the Old Republic video game, and just make a TV series out of that, with completely original characters that no one's ever heard of, and have someone going through Jedi training of being a Padawan, but not being the chosen one, just being a rank and file Jedi. That octopus face guy, like him, follow him around. I mean, but come on, is there really a need for enough Star Wars material? I mean, there's so much. There's so much fan fiction written about. Well, fanfics is the wrong word. There's so much written material out there that they can lean on. 1313, I don't know what that is. But forget Star Wars. Can we please get a remake of Rome? Come on, HBO. For fuck's sake, remake Rome. Destroy Ramshackle hiding. This will be a huge goblin fight, which is just such a bummer. I don't want to do that. This is a one skull witch fight. Yeah, Spartacus was okay, but I felt that Rome was far superior. Spartacus was action scene, booby scene, action scene, booby scene. Comic scene, another booby scene. Whereas Rome was like, Rome was an incredibly well told story. It was perfectly well acted. The bromance between Pulo and Varinus was incredible, and loved that. That's all canon. Fireborn, all canon. How about this? A remake of season 5 onward of Game of Thrones. And we can all just pretend that the David and Dan season 5 onward just never happened. We'll just draw a discreet veil over that. Pretend it never happened. Oh sweet, we can get another retinue member. Oh, that's cheap. Give me that salt. Well, a Crimson Fang, so the reason they cut out all the fighting was for budget constraints. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Speaking of 7, there was supposed to be like 8 seasons of Rome. And halfway through season 1, their budget just got fucking slashed. But still, we owe the existence of Game of Thrones to Rome, so please be grateful for that, I suppose. But what's so annoying, like like Martin has spoken publicly about how annoyed he is about how it was handled. 10 Orc Young can handle that, or 12 Orc Young can handle that. I mean, Martin wanted, like, 10 seasons, but David and Dan were clearly just so burnt out and bored of the series, they just wanted out. Which is doubly fucking frustrating. I mean, if they're burnt out and bored, I get that. It must have been insane running that show. So just, even if they'd taken 2 years off, fine. Fine, just do it right, for fuck's sake. Ugh. I really appreciate George R.R. Martin as an author. I love his "fuck you, it's done when it's done" attitude. Do you know Warehouse 13? Nope. Oh, the Night King storyline. What, you mean that this being built up for 8 seasons existential threat just gets wrapped up in a single episode type of thing on an unrelated note? You know? All the stuff about the first men and the forest people, and it all just kind of stopped. Nothing happened, and like, oh, this is the biggest threat to humanity. Killed less people than the fucking Dothraki. Arya's whole journey to become a badass assassin, pointless. Unless the culmination of all of her training was to jump far. Fucking show. I wonder if you could do a supercut of me bitching about Game of Thrones on stream. It's probably been like 40 hours long at this point. I've said it before and I'll say it again though. The very best analysis of Game of Thrones was done by Lindsay Ellis on YouTube. Her Game of Thrones breakdown was unparalleled. Like, no one's come close. It's so good. I mean, I felt like it felt like Arya's story peaked when she killed Walder Frey, not when she took down the Knights. Because that was actually, it actually fit with everything that was happening to her. She used her skills. Yeah. For me, probably the most lacerating thing about Game of Thrones is again, it's a point that Lindsay Ellis made. If you think of truly great stories like Romeo and Juliet, people still enjoy it and watch it despite knowing how it's going to end. Like, if you had asked me would I rewatch Game of Thrones at season 4, I'd be like, hell yes. It'll be like Band of Brothers. Like, here's a good example. So Band of Brothers, I will periodically watch and rewatch Game of Thrones, Band of Brothers every couple of years. It's that good, and I know exactly how it's going to end. I know exactly what's going to happen. It's still one of the best stories ever told on television, like Breaking Bad. I'll watch that again, definitely. Knowing how Game of Thrones ends and how the story just goes down the toilet, I can't even rewatch season 1 again. I just get angry because I just know how shit it's all going to turn out. Oof. Rip Emon. Was that a strike down? That's a kill. Like, you guys got me bitching about Game of Thrones instead of playing. It's a cultist. We've got to rewind that. I don't want to lose a cultist. I don't know. The whole sex thing with Gendry felt fine to me. I mean, she's a woman after all. I think a lot of the reason that there was so much anger about it is because a lot of people look at Maisie Williams still as the little 13-year-old. I mean, Maisie is what, in her 20s? She's a grown woman. But yeah, I don't know. No, King should drop the dagger. King should just shanked her, yeah. Band of Brothers is... Oh, fucking what a show. What a show. How are we gonna fight this? Should we just go up onto the high ground and let them come to us, I think? I don't think it was Writer's Strike related. Round about when was the Writer's Strike? What season was Game of Thrones in during the Writer's Strike? I mean, if it is Writer's Strike related, that would explain a lot why the writing went down the toilet, because all the good writers stopped working. David and Dan just did their own, you know, baby's first TV series. A Band of Brothers. The amount of famous people wouldn't be Writer's Strike related, they would just be a casting thing. Looks like most of the battle is going to take place here. Yeah, but the thing is though, like, aside from Lord of the Rings, and to a lesser extent, The Hobbit, which has been, you know, Hollywood sanitized, like, the Silmarillion shit is weird, man. And selling that to mainstream audiences, the Silmarillion stuff will fucking flop. People just won't get it. I kind of wish that the Shannara series would have been done better. Because the Shannara Chronicles is an incredible book, but the TV series is kind of low budget looking and lame. The Second Ring War, that's one that was foreshadowed by Galadriel talking about what happened, and then you get to see Sauron actually fighting, like, you know, that would have been pretty cool, yeah. Off with his green head! Ah, broken nose. Nice. I love it. Love The Witcher. Absolutely fucking love it. It's so good. I mean, I have a few little complaints, but my internal misogyny radar goes off. Like, I'm a little annoyed that Yennefer... Well, I shouldn't even... I'm going to get a pan for it. Yennefer should be hotter. They should have casted a 12 out of 10 fucking smoke show as Yennefer. Not that the actress isn't beautiful. She's gorgeous. But Yennefer's thing is that she's supposed to be twisted by unholy magics to be, like, impossibly beautiful. Isn't she described in the books as seeming somehow not human? I mean, she's got the purple eyes, but she seems, you know, it's like Scarlett Johansson, early 2000s level of hot, you know, like she doesn't look quite human. Oh yeah, and the Triss casting. Again, great actress, lovely actress. The little freckles is spot on for Triss as well, but... But the thing is, I can quite get how someone will say, oh, you just, you know, dudes wanting hot chicks. But it's actually part of the story. And like, the thing is, if you casted a guy who wasn't, you know, a tall hunk of man meat like Henry Cavill, you know, let's say if they casted, I don't know, Martin Freeman as Geralt, people would rightly complain because Geralt is supposed to be, you know, this roguish, sexy, muscular guy. It's a good point, yeah, because yeah, pre-ritual, yeah, but you could see she was deformed, but yeah, I don't know. I'll just put it this way: at least the story isn't poorer for it. So it's a like, if that's all I can complain about, it's a damn good show. Oh yeah, the only thing I really didn't like, the little hedgehog knight scene was fucking lame. I remember watching that and like they're getting torn up in this magical whirlwind, and I'm like, let me guess, her true love is gonna save her. Okay. And in a show where the CGI generally is pretty spot on, that little hedgehog knight looked fucking terrible. Yeah, Cavill was amazing. He was so fucking good. And the jester guy, what's his name again? Dandelion. They find the hedgehog knight's part of the story, but don't make it look so fucking cringe, man. Jaskier was Jaskier. I'm revealing my ignorance now. I thought Dandelion is Jaskier. Dandelion is his nickname. A different lad. So I've only played Witcher 2 and played it most of the way through and got annoyed with it. Translation difference. Alright. But the thing is with The Witcher, I can put down any weirdness to the inherent Polishness of the material. Shout out to the Polish. Love you fucking weirdos. So this was a fight that was actually pretty tough, but this is one situation where terrain really helped us. The translation is Buttercup. That was too girly. I suppose it would be appropriate for it to be quite girly. I mean, he's supposed to be quite a foppish guy. But yeah, I think we can all agree Henry Cavill nailed his role. The only thing I wish is that they had made the sword fighting more realistic. Because it's still Hollywood sword fighting where it's a lot of twirling and spinning back and ridiculous, needless spinning around. I want to see sword fights that are short, fast, brutal, like Hema fights. Instead of, oh, so, talk, cheesy, slam swords together face to face. Oh, I have you now, funny. I would love it if they have a sword fight where it's like, oh, talk, bam, over. One little quick movement, bam, over, like a real sword fight. 9 out of 10 times. And then you have that, like, seeming counter, what's the word, anticlimax would actually kind of be the point, because if it's supposed to be a dark, gritty world, then it doesn't fit that there is this ridiculous flourishing and spinning shit. Like if you've watched real Hema, historical European martial arts, it's fast, it's brutal, it's over in 1 or 2 movements, you know. Okay, what do you want for us? Secure hidden burial site. Yes. Yeah, like Achilles visit Bagrius. Yeah, exactly. I think actually probably the best sword fighting I can think of is probably Last Samurai. There's not too much faffing around. Actually, I'm trying to think of Vikings. I love the show Vikings just because I look longingly at Catherine Winnick. And I try to think what our kids would be like. But like, I don't know, Vikings actually annoyed me a lot of the time. Should we fight these undead? That's a lot of XP on the field there. Look man, I'm a serial bachelor. I don't really want kids, but if Catherine Winnick is like, hey, let's have kids. Like, alright, whatever you want. Whatever. Anything you say. Anything you want, let's do it. I'm in. What am I? She's on the short list. Last Kingdom. That was the what's Last Kingdom? Oh, is that's also the samurai thing. I think I'll take the Nachtsirs. That's going to give a nice XP boost, and then we'll just camp up, repair our armor, then we'll go do that. Well, jolly for me, it wasn't so much when he died. I actually checked out when he had that Asian girl as like a slave girl, and then it got fucking weird. He became a drug addict, and then it all just became super, super weird. I kind of wish they had confined the weirdness just to Floki, because it really fits his character, and then have all the other Vikings need to be badasses, you know? But maybe they're trying to show weakness or realness to him. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Actually, I think I don't want flails. I don't want the militia spears themselves. Aren't going to do enough. I think we want some swords. Let's dagger, sword, dagger, sword, dagger, sword. That way we can get a decent shield wall, and we can still have some good sword damage getting done. The rondel is actually fine. I might regret leaving the shields behind, but the extra damage I think is going to be important. Travis is great, and I don't know the name of his son, Bjorn Ironside. He's probably one of the male characters. He's my favorite after Floki. I think he was his casting was fucking spot on, performance brilliant. Loved it. And then I was actually rewatching a bit of the Vikings the other day, and I didn't realize. Well, actually, I would argue they got the scale of it a little wrong. I didn't notice it the first time I watched Vikings, but when I watched it again now recently, the season 1, the first time when they go to England as it is now, and all the English kings are, you know, fucking panicking about, oh, these men are here, but it's like 2 boats with like 24 guys on it. What? And this entire kingdom is shitting their pants about 24 lads. I mean, I don't actually know what historical Viking raids were like in terms of their size. I would imagine around 50 to 100, but maybe more. But it just felt off. It's like 24 lads in 3 boats, 2 boats. Are we going to play this? I think. The Nachtsirs are gonna. They can't hit these squares. If I had archers, I could have put them there and just pelted these things. We put Sparrow 4 up on that bit of high ground there. Let's draw our line. 1, 2, 3, 4 frontline lads there, 3 over there. Well, the northern flank's not going to really get hit that hard. It's going to be all down the south, I think. Well, I'm not playing. I'm busy just reading chat now because I love talking about Vikings. It's so fucking interesting. Mazuma can pretty much hold this side by himself. So if I put him here. The issue we're going to have here is getting our back line to be able to actually do anything here. He should be, if I put him here, he should be able to stab to that square. It's only 1 tile different. If I stand here, I can't attack there, but from here I should be able to attack there, because that's 1 tile down. If we had ranged guys, we would be annihilating these things, and it seems like they're all level 1 Nachtsirs, so not too bad. Can I attack there? I can. Okay, that's actually a pretty good spot to sit there. Harad. That's fine. Yeah, unless we mass her out, we're gonna get our asses kicked. But also remember, we've got a split of spears and swords, so... And we've got a couple of guys with fearsome, so I think we can expect to mass her out. Money's a little tight. I would love to get more dogs. And most of these things are jumping into a height disadvantage spear wall. My prediction is we're going to mass her out them. So now we actually applied fearsome there. It doesn't actually... I was hoping it would show like a little debuff indicating by how much their morale has been lowered. French Tonto. Okay, here's another mod that needs to come up. If you take fearsome and you hit someone and it procs fearsome, a little speech bubble with "your mother was a hamster" should pop up. Or something of the sort. Uh-oh. Make it a boo-boo. Well, we might get lucky. So one thing that helps you is that the ones that aren't routing tend to have the higher initiative. So a lot of times, the ones that aren't breaking are further back, and they act first because their initiative is higher. We've got to start pushing forward into them now. Oh, come on. I want Kratox there. Who's got better defense? Stobbie has 16 defense. Kratox has 29. So Kratox will go down there. Dagger there. Right. Oh, that's important. Especially sliced arm sinew, that's big. And he's got a dog that he can release. Nice. Not nice. Now, boys, if you have a dog, release it. Get stuck in. Get killing. Let's do it. That is a problem. I think Sparrow 4 might have fearsome though. Uh-oh. I believe the sliced arm sinew is served with a side of coleslaw. He can't take any more hits, so rotate out. Rotate, best perk in the game. Yeah, you don't like that, do you? Excellent. I don't know whether to put this down to the low base morale of these things or the fact that we have fearsome. Fearsome did work there on that one. Well, Martin, remember, we've had a couple of campaigns ending, actually. We had 1 or 2 campaigns end due to not their feeding. Oh, boy. That's not the time to miss. Yeah, that one's pretty much taken care of. The dagger with dagger specialization is actually pretty damn good against these things. You attack 3 times. Yep, Bloody Dawn, that's right. Yep. We got eaten. The Bloody Dawn found Davkul in the belly of a Nachtseer. Just dodging. Ah. Yeah, those long axes actually aren't great for attacking these things. They're hard to hit. They don't have fearsome, no. Some of the undead does, we don't. Good boy, battle brother. Fetch him, go. Fetch. Good dog. No, it's us that's applying fearsome. See, they don't have fearsome. Right, good job. Done. Let's take a look at the XP we got. Oh, sorry, I forgot to look at the post-battle screen again. Oh, statistics, okay. So most damage, 540, Sparrow 4. Kratos quite close. Okay, so Sparrow 4 with MVP, 3 kills as well. Mazuma got 4 kills. Well done, boys. Growth pearls, new tradable item. Oh yeah, give me those +3s. That's max rolls. 70, 200 flail lad. Does he need backstabber? I'm gonna use him in that kind of position, so he can potentially only get 2 like backstabber procs. Not worth it on a 200 flail lad. Recover is needed though. And heavy armor, which we'll go back for. Skeletal voice. Beware, Davkul! Flail lad. We've got 200 flail lads. Awesome. I have a funny feeling that this squad here, once we get it fully geared and fully leveled up, could be pretty sick. Sparrow 4 has fearsome. 1 or 2 of them have fearsome. I think it's only Marden and Sparrow 4 so far that have fearsome. Dagger lad. We carry a net. Dagger lad. Dagger lad. No, wait, hang on. Venthorn, I think, was still using a flail though. Level 8. What do we go for? Oh wait, never mind. +3 and +3. Sick. We have enough tools? We certainly do. We're coming up on 50 minutes, so we'll take a little break here. So let's see. Today we've played 20 in-game days. I think we've made decent progress. I'm fairly happy with what we've done. Should we just... I don't want to have to wait around for this. The hit points are all fully healed up. Let's just do some switcheroonies on the armor. Okay, 50 minutes. Good little episode. Nice progress being made. So we haven't, unfortunately, made any progress towards getting any ranged guys. Woo. But it's a cultist playthrough. The mistake I made was not being cognizant of just how hard it was going to be to get ranged guys. Like right from day one, some of these guys, let's take a look at some of the, like James, 32 starting is too low, 36 is too low, 33 is too low. This is the problem with the cultists. 35, 35, 40. Sparrow 4 arguably could have been turned into an almost competent crossbowman, but then I would essentially be losing the 2 stars in melee defense. 42, Wolfgang. You can't make this guy a ranged dude with 2 stars in melee skill. 35, 35, 38. Garbage. What is that, sis? I'm afraid just in time for the end of the stream. Let's see. What day is today? Wednesday. Tomorrow night we're going back to Long War the Chosen. How long have I been streaming for? 3 hours. I gotta stop. Work tomorrow, I'm afraid. It's a school night. Friends, thanks for watching. YouTube viewers, you can still expect an episode a day. If you want to come watch live on stream, Sunday, Wednesday is Battle Brothers. Monday, Thursday is XCOM. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.